Hi grade 10s, today I'm going to do a video about how to find an angle using the sine ratio or the sine fraction. We've done this before using the tan ratio or tan fraction, and today we're going to do the exact same thing just with the sine button instead. So basically, the entire point of this video is to be able to solve a question like this, where you have a right angle triangle. Remember, it always needs to be a right angle triangle. And you are given two side lengths, and you want to find the reference angle. So that's what we're going to do right now. As always, we need to label our triangle. We need to label it H, O, and A. So here's my 90 degrees. My longest side will be the 18, so that's the H. My O, I'm going to look over here. From my reference angle, I go across the triangle. Here is my O. That means the other side will be the A. In this question, we see that the O is significant because it has a number there, and the H is significant because it has a number there. The A has nothing. It's not asking us to find the A. It's not giving us a value for A. So the A we can totally ignore. So what I need to do is I need to use the fraction that has O and H, and that fraction is sine of the reference angle is equal to O over H. So I don't know the reference angle. That's exactly what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find out how wide that dress is on the girl. So sine of the reference angle is O is 7, H is 18, and I'm going to use my calculator, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out as a decimal what would 7 divided by 18 equal to. I used my calculator and I got 0.38888. That's what 7 divided by 18 will give you. Now, remember what we talked about before. Anytime my question is asking me to find a reference angle, I'm not just going to press sine. I need to press something else as well. What I need to do is I want to take this sine and move it to the other side because I want to get the angle all alone. And the only way I can do that is by doing the opposite operation of sine. So I'm going to press sine inverse, because if I do the opposite or the inverse of sine with sine, those two cancel each other out. But since it's an equation, I need to do sine inverse on the other side as well. These two cancel. I'm left with A is equal to, and then you need your calculator to find this answer over here. Our calculator tells us that the angle is 23 degrees. So this angle right here is 23 degrees. Let's try a question from the trigonometry booklet that you all have at home. The question from the booklet asks us to find the reference angle A if we know that the fraction would give you 0.6 for sine. So don't forget, sine is O over H. So we need to think of what number divided by what number is going to give you 0.6. Now there's a million different options. I'm going to pick the option 6 over 10 because I know that 6 divided by 10 is 0.6. But you could also do this question with, for example, 12 over 20. 12 over 20 is also 0.6. It doesn't matter which O and which H you use, as long as when you divide them, you get 0.6. So let's look at a triangle where the O is 6 and the H is 10. So I've drawn this triangle where one side is 6 and one side is 10. The 10 is clearly the H. Now I just need to figure out where is the reference angle if the O is 6. So if this is the O, where would the reference angle be? The reference angle would have to be over here. So this is the angle that we are trying to find, because in relationship to this reference angle, this is my O. So I'm going to write my fraction down. My fraction is sine of the reference angle is equal to O over H. Sine of the reference angle is 6 over 10. Sine of the reference angle is just 0.6, like the question told us at the beginning. And then all we want to do is find the reference angle. So anytime you're looking for an angle, you don't just press sine or don't just press tan. You need to press second or shift first. So I'm going to do sine inverse here. So these cancel out. And I'm going to do sine inverse over here. And so my reference angle would just be sine inverse of 0.6. The answer for that last question when I used my calculator was about 37 degrees. So I'm going to put another question on the screen, and I would love you to try that question at home. And maybe you could send me your work so that I could check to see that you're doing it correctly.